Okay, I'm getting set up to put the first piece of OSB up. Be a dry run for now, but step, step, step. I'm hoping from there I can push it up. Okay, this might actually work. I'm about shoulder level with this. That string line is 48 inches from the top, so the bottom ones are going to hang down. So the trick is how to get it up there, touch the string, which I probably can't even see. Okay, I've had a little bit of time to work through the process. It's 11:45 now, so it doesn't seem like a lot to show for what we got. This is sticking out approximately 24 inches. That's going to be the overhang of the roof. And I've got pretty considerable overhang down here. I'm going to have to trim that back and so that I can hang rain gutters. But for now, I'm going to leave it. So I moved my catch down to here. Once I get a few nails into the piece, I can walk on it. So that's what I was doing. You can only reach so far. Okay, so this is about 8 feet from the, so I got the ladder pushed down enough so I should be able to stand on that, get the OSB up to here. I got to glue it first, so that's the next step. But what I've got on over there, I took a piece of scrap and ran a couple screws through it. And that's what everything is sitting on right now. That just is, the screws stick out just enough so it doesn't slide off the roof. That seems to work pretty good. I've done that kind of thing before. So from there, I'll get the board down to where I can use it. I'll grab the glue, glue them all. Then I'll go down and get the next piece of OSB. I'll stand on that. I'm going to try putting my back towards the wall and pushing it up over my head to see if I can get that to work. I'll be standing on another stand. Once I get the piece up here and glued, then I'll be standing on the boards and pulling it up to where these screws are. I got a screw right there and one there. That will be, I'll hit the screw about the time I hit the string, and that's close enough. All right. Hey, that's not too bad. That's actually not too bad. Okay, now. doesn't fall off. Okay, I already put a couple screws up here to help me line up with. I got the ladder pushed back so I can put the glue down. Alright, success. About 5 inches from the end is where I stop. And I measured that. Good. Okay, it's about 5:30 on the 11th. I was going to try to work longer, but every now and then the breeze would come and mess me up, so I think it's a good stopping point. So this is the south side. I've got the south side OSB, the first layer, all the way across. And then from there I went across to the north side. So I've got about the first 12 feet completely done. Plus I got a fly all over me here. Shade, how's that? It's kind of nice. That's kind of cool. And I've got a little bracket kind of up here. Yeah, it kind of shows up. When I throw a panel up, it hooks on that so it doesn't slide back off again. From there I can get up on top and then put it in position, right? Anyway, twice the wind hit me enough where I just dropped the panel and they kind of land over in the bushes. One, I chipped the corner a little bit, but that roof, I was worried because, well, I built the trusses and you're never really sure, you know. But there was a few times that I walked between two trusses. I just kind of stood on the bottom and walked across. And I'm like, okay, how good is my science? Is this really going to be good? This is, you know, before there was any OSB, I just went walking across. And I'm like, okay, the theory is this is supposed to work. I've seen people do it on professionally made trusses. I was about halfway across and I'm like, well, I guess you got to know. But as I got everything put more and more together, it is just getting so solid. I feel a little bit of spring when I step on the OSB. Not the trusses flexing, but the OSB itself has got some flex. It's not super solid. I am using these 2x6s depending where I'm at. If I need to walk on something, I have them available and I just keep sliding them down as I go. That's the sound of a no roofing day. First thing this morning, it was dead calm, and I'm like, oh good, I should hurry up and get out there. And then I drank another cup of coffee, and that was pretty much the end of it. So, these guys are basically the starting of framing the chimney vent. They're going to end up with rafter angles that match that. That was cool. Got a sunflower right in the middle. So I'm going to match that angle. These are 32 inches high. It's approximately 12 inches above the top of the roof. That'll get lots of wind, suck all the hot air out. That'll be wonderful. Here's the siding. Kind of nice. I like it. I got it because it's what they had, kind of thing. But it's nicer than I thought it was going to be. I think it'll look nice when it gets painted or something. Haven't quite decided what I want to do with it yet. I got the rest of my life to figure that out, I guess. This guy's cool. This was driving me crazy the first year. Where did these tracks come from? These guys got lots of feet. And in the soft silt, they just leave parallel tracks. Okay, just at 5 o'clock. Today's the 13th. I think this is the last heavy load that I got to bring home for the house. 7 squares of roofing, asphalt shingles. Them's are heavy. I was standing there watching when he puts it in with a forklift and the truck just goes klunk. Like, okay, yeah. I completely forgot how heavy these were. It just didn't cross my mind. So, desert tan. That's virtually camouflage. It'll be invisible now. I've noticed the last couple times from the road I can see the new roof and the silver roof, and then the bus is getting less and less visible, so it's kind of fun. Yeah, I was driving home and it was raining on I-10, and I kept thinking, man, I hope my shingles aren't getting wet. And then I laughed because they're shingles. Anyway. inside. Shade. All right, the last piece is up. I beat the wind. Anyway, what happened was it yesterday or day before now? I'd get, it was getting windy, but then I'd get a break. And so every time, well, and I got up first thing in the morning. I got out here about an hour and a half earlier than normal. I'm not a morning person, but I got out in the first hour of the morning when it was still quiet. Got as many panels up on the roof as I could. And then it started getting a little windy, so I'd stop, and I was working putting the panels down, and then I realized I had a break in the wind, so I jumped down real quick, grabbed another panel, threw it on top. 30 seconds later, the wind started blowing again. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I got to the point that by the end of that day, I had all the panels on the roof taking advantage of the breaks in the wind. Butterfly just flew over me. That's always so cool. It is dead quiet right now. Perfect, so I should get back to work, I guess. I just needed to take a break. I'm gonna grab a drink. And then I got to draw a line and trim the edge of this because it's kind of ragged. And I left too much. Too much overhang, right? By yourself, when you're gluing and everything, it's hard to get everything lined up at the same time, right? So like on this edge, yeah, it's ragged on the roof edge. It goes everywhere. But the trusses are actually pretty close. The trusses, when I put them up, I ran a string line down the center, and I still managed to screw that up a little bit, but it was at least a start. Anyhow, okay, I'm taking a break. I'm going to take a drink because it's 9:30 now and it's getting hot. I'm going to eat like a Cliff Bar again. This whole building is powered by Gatorade and Cliff Bars, I think. So there's a good chance tomorrow I'm going to come back and try to clean it up. But I finally decided I can't follow the chalk line because I'm not comfortable to be sitting up straight enough to see where the chalk line is. And I think I can see it, but I'm looking at the mark on the saw from such an angle that I'm just all over the place. So I've really made a mess of shit right now. It is what it is, but it still sucks. I shouldn't have done it today. I think in the right conditions I can follow the line, but when I can't see the line, it's pretty much the end of it, right? So, just for my own records for later, so I can remind myself another job I'm not good at. Relatively straight. And then we get to here, like there's a dog leg where I realized I was a half an inch off the line or more. From the top, this looks like I was evading mosquitoes when I was cutting or something. Yeah, holy shit, right? So, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to try to blend that out a little bit, I guess. But 2 vents are done. Yeah. All that I've got left now is the end rafters on the end of the roof. Then I can get down to actually tar paper and shit. Fuck, I am just cooked. Yeah, my nemesis, the end of the roof. Okay, I'm getting set up to put the first piece of OSB up. Be a dry run for now, but step, step, step. I'm hoping from there I can push it up.